Hello and welcome everyone. Make yourself comfortable. You're no stranger here. I am Void Dweller number 1666. Or to you fine dwellers out there, 1666. Now, I have kinda circled around myself for this broadcast. Why do you ask? Well, the topic this time is none other than Video Games Part 2. The revengeing, if you will. I still have a lot to say on the matter, as the scope of video games is huge. I mean, media in general takes us through a myriad of emotions, but I find that video games gives us the purest experience. Sometimes something silly happens, and we laugh. Sometimes it's pure rage at either the difficulty of the game or the other players themselves. And sometimes, just sometimes, they make us feel things that are just far too difficult to achieve in real life existence. So without further ado, turn on your controller, press start, and let's begin. Adventure games are one of my favourites growing up. You know, the old point and click types. I mean, they were fun, but fuck me if they didn't have some crazy and just absurd solutions. Using time travel to change the design of the American flag so that it can be used as an alien disguise. Using insults to determine who comes off better in an exchange of swords. And how about hypnotizing a monkey to make it go rigid so that it can be used as a wrench to turn a valve and turn off a waterfall. And finally, eating pieces of carpet so it forms a wall in the blood-brain barrier to ensure that gluten won't give you polio. And I only made up one of those. Guess which one? Comment down below. It is not even limited to adventure games. In the original Metal Gear game, there was a gate that only opens at night. So do you wait for night? No. Obviously what you do is go to the animal sanctuary, grab an egg, hatch an owl, and then take that owl to the gate so it can hoot and trick the guard into thinking it's nighttime. I mean, an owl hoots and, well, clearly it's nighttime. Gate opens. All nicey nice, goody good. You've heard the old adage, pay to win, where you simply purchase some kind of boost like XP or money with your hard-earned credits. Real money. That's all very well and good for those who wish to go down that road. But it seems to have bred an attitude in developers that just makes them, by any means possible, push the players into feeling forced into making those purchases. How do they do that? Well, they start by taking the already existing grind and making it longer. I mean, time is money after all. So they make it so any player who is willing to hunker down for that grind feel hindered, where the time spent is just not worth the final payday. I'm looking at you, GTA. I mean, damn. If it wasn't for that hoverbike, I don't know what the hell I'd do. I guess. Why hello, my little gastroneers. I've been about on a little mini break in this very interesting part of the Void, where they make a fantastic little tipple. When I found out what dwellers were cooking in these parts, I was appalled. No cream, no butter, no wine. So I obviously had to do something about that. So I came up with this wonderful little dish. Now, before we have a quick spin around the ingredients, let's get our mirepoix started. Hey, calm down, back in the box. Right, now time to get cooking. But before, a quick little slur. And with the magic of television, we are done. It's funny that. They have me cooking in real time here, but they can't afford to film, so they cut it out. I mean, this is a cookery program for God's sake. Anyway, to finish the dish, very important, like the chef, it needs to be drowned in alcohol. So all there is left to do now is deglass the pan. Oh, shit! I find the speedrunning communities out there quite impressive. You know, where you attempt to beat a game as quickly as possible. The things they find. The exploits, glitches, bugs, skips, and what have you that they discover just to shave a few milliseconds off to snatch that personal best or even, potentially, a world record. I find it very interesting. But it got me thinking as I noticed a mentality that I've seen out with the speedrunning community as well. That is, if you make a mistake, then screw it. Might as well just kill your character and start again. I mean, you may as well. It's quicker. Methods include explosives and the old classic, jumping into the spikes. Now imagine we had these reset spikes, so to speak, just dotted about like a public convenience akin to a simple rubbish bucket, resetting for the slightest inconvenience. You leave home to go out to work, but realise you forgot your wallet, and then you just think, just hit the reset spikes and don't make the same mistake again. I mean, in reality all it is just a teleport dressed up with a more macabre gimmick. I suppose we already have something similar anyway. Well, the administration does with that damn... So I quit my job. Well, mutually incompatible was the words, whatever that means. Said I couldn't even hold a position pushing a button. Yeah. So it looks like I gotta make this work now. Well, at least I can play and talk at the same time. I mean, you know, whoa, dodge, 360, rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, boom! Yeah, you don't mess with a chicken pimp. So it looks like I gotta just knuckle down, keep streaming, and make some credits. I mean, that's how it works after all. So I hear a lot of dwellers complaining about the younger generations. Oh, they're no as good as us, we worked. They don't even have an attention span. Freeloaders. Basically, every generation has something to bitch about in regards to the next, and it's usually the same crap. However, there are some interesting observations to be made in regard to more modern mentalities and video games, especially if we put video game situations into real life existence. So stealth games, it's not so stealth to whip out your smartphone every minute. Like the sound of Velcro, there's no question what that is. And what is it? It's a big white rectangle with a very distinct shadow of a thumb rapidly moving left and right. Not so stealth. I mean, in real life, generally, we don't have the stamina, the money, or the access to weaponry that we would need to beat even the opening level. Life expectancy would plummet. It would be Dark Souls in real life with one change. You would only see those words, "You died once." I don't know what we expect though. I mean, if existence were a game, we would go out and see all the dwellers out there. We'd notice that one appears to have an exclamation mark above their head. Well, obviously, this is some kind of quest giver. Maybe I can get some good items. While I'm on that though, however, a word to the wise. You know those juvenile delinquent types that hang around at night during the weekends? Maybe best not to engage them. I mean, you may be tempted, maybe get a quest, get some items. The thing is, they don't want to give you items. No. They want none other than to take your items. Don't judge them too harshly though. Look at what existence is. I mean, no one else is going to help us, so why not? You know, it's... And now a message from your loving administration. It has come to our attention after the recent selection of the current administrator that not all dwellers are happy with the selection. Need we remind you that the choice was removed from all of you for a reason. It will henceforth be considered a treasonous act, punishable by atomization, not to openly rejoice in our glorious leader. It's been a tough time for us all. And we think we can all agree that it's time to stop thinking, and just get this done. Oh, and Void Dweller 1666, we know what you're doing. You won't always be safe. We are truth. We are the administration. Bye now. Oh, how I'd wish that you and your precious administrator would come here and say that, but you won't. Which is fine. I mean, after all, you remember what happened last time, don't you? Moving on. So we have real existence, what is right here in front of us, and then the video game world, the fantasy we escape into. This fantasy has crafted players into some brilliant problem solvers, marksmen, and quick thinkers with the ability to adapt to nearly any situation on the fly. to abuse their surroundings and take advantage of whatever they can to achieve victory, no matter the cost. A very commendable way to be. However, in real-life existence, we wander about as if under a permanent lullaby. The same minds that would notice a pixel blink from miles away do not see what is right in front of them. The obvious, bitter, stark truths of our existence out here. I guess we love video games because there we have some power, the ability to actually affect change in our surroundings, while in this despairing reality, it's just best to switch to minimal power and accept that we are helpless to the will of our masters. After all, they care for us. They fucking care for us. No, who care for you is the dweller that has your back in both those battlefields of pixels and out here as well. We need to give each other a break and not allow our so-called masters to puppet us into the division we find ourselves in. All we are doing is fighting the same dweller who will be crushed alongside you under their boot. We are the power, not they. After all, that's how it fucking works. What? No joke this time. Alright, I hear you. Maybe I got a little serious there for a moment. That's okay. Best to show you the dweller I am. All of them. The administration just got me riled up a touch. I suppose, who do they not these days? Anyway. Well, it's approaching that time again. I mean, it's becoming such a love of mine to talk to you all. I just hope I can keep coming up with crap to talk about. Now, at the risk of shilling for myself, if you enjoyed the broadcast, then please consider subscribing. I mean, it would be nice to know that I'm not quite as alone out here. No, I didn't mean it like that. I'll deal with that later. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, candles work better in the dark. Oh, there they are. Where are you? This is weird. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I like this. Why are they not trying to kill me? What are you doing? Oh, really? Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, you were trying to get your friend up. Oh, look what happened.
That happens.